guys, Miss Esquivel here, and I want to talk about our writing process and how we come up with the stories that we write about. Do you remember way back, all the way when you were in kindergarten and you couldn't really write words or sentences? Well, you used to write squiggly words and stuff like squiggly lines, but you still kind of knew what you were writing about, right? Well, now you could write words and you could kind of form sentences and you could write about almost anything in the world. It's your story and you can make it up however you want. Sometimes I struggle to figure out what I want to write about because there's so many different topics. But one way I kind of map out and get my thoughts in order is by creating a little bubble. So, for example, we have here me, Miss Esquivel. So a lot of times we like to write about things that are important to us. So I put things that are important to me. So I could write about my dog Arlo. He's a Dalmatian, he's a puppy, and he eats absolutely everything. And he is so crazy. So I could write about how Arlo was really crazy when I came home and he chewed my sock up and ate it. Or I could write about my family because they mean so much to me. So I could write about some memories that we have together, or I can write about why they're important to me or why I'm really grateful for them. Another thing I would love to write about are my trips to Disney World. Miss Esquivel loves all things Disney, especially Disney World. I go almost every year for as long as I can remember. So I have so many memories and experiences from there, like riding roller coasters, or eating a Mickey bar, or buying my favorite mini ears. I could write an endless amount of stories about Disney World. Lastly, I put hiking because I love to go hiking, specifically in Colorado or Utah. But I could write stories about how I was hiking in Colorado and a chipmunk ran up to me and I gave it a peanut. That's a story there that I can elaborate on and write about. So your possibilities really are endless, but it is kind of hard sometimes to get started. So kind of think about what's important to you, and you could always go from there. So what I want you to do is think about all the things you've written about, all the things you want to write about, all the things you enjoy writing about. What I want you to do is put in the discussion board something you have written about in the past, one thing you like writing about and why you like writing about it, one thing you don't like writing about and why you don't like writing about it, something you want to write about this year, and something you want to learn as a writer, whether that be how to make really long sentences or how to start using commas in sentences, or how you want to learn how to write a full-page story or two-page story. Your possibilities are endless. In your assignments folder, you'll find a choice board. You could choose one of the topics there to write about. We want you to write as much as you can about any one of those options. We're going to keep this and we're going to compare it to see how your writing progresses throughout the year. So we'll save this one and then we'll look at one at the very last day of school for you to compare to see how your writing's improved. Just go on ahead and write it on a piece of paper. You can take a picture of it and then submit that picture in the assignment.